Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a reading for the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement. We are going to use a variety of tarot and oracle cards, and I will channel messages for us. This is all about October. October, unlocking your destiny. This is about your harvest. So we'll do a little spread about what seeds you've planted that are ready for harvest in October. So kind of reflecting on your past efforts and intentions. We'll pull cards for what's ripening for you maybe in October. So like current opportunities, emerging abundance. And we'll look at blockages, challenges that might need to be cleared out so that you can have a more bountiful harvest. And I think we'll look at how you can best nurture your destiny through October and beyond. So we'll get some practical advice and actionable insights from the cards. So I just dropped a card on the floor. I'm going to just not look at it and continue shuffling. And when I think of October in the Northern Hemisphere, anyway, it's autumn and it's color and it's the crispness in the air and the apple cider and pumpkins and all the spices that go with it. So let's see what we have. I think of birthdays for obvious reasons. All right, and let's see what else we have. What do we have? Okay, color goddess. These are the color goddess casting cards by Renee A. Birch. Yeah, I think of creativity and beauty because it's Libra season. And if you are a Libra sun or really any placement of Libra, I did just do a birthday reading for you. And that posted Tuesday. Happy birthday, fellow Libras. First card out, Burgundy, ambition, honor, and respect. I am feeling Aries vibes with this. I don't know why, but I am feeling Aries card off this. Now that is our opposite. If you're a sun, that's our opposite on the zodiac wheel. So what else do we have? Nice burgundy there, the warmth, right? I think of warmth. I think of something moving right through you. So we're going to get some oracle cards, and then when I start pulling tarot cards, we'll look at those exact questions I just talked about, okay? And hopefully I remember what I said. All right, what else do we have? So this is along the theme, though, with ambition and honor and respect. That is along the line of what seeds have been planted. It could be ready, right? And it can have to do with your ambition, what you're trying to bring in. And you have plum here, choices, decisions, and options. Have some purple fluorite there, rainbow fluorite. Hummingbird in this picture. You have the two roads here. And there's something here about something actually blossoming and blooming. Yeah, I mean, you have hummingbird here. Now in the Southern Hemisphere, it is spring. And usually that's, at least here, that's marked by the arrival of the hummingbirds. Why am I getting Aries energy? Interesting. There's something here about I'm hearing clairaudiently caution, speed bump. You may be going too fast with something, or just remembering that things do come in divine timing. That came into your last reading, actually. We have for Libra, the Libra Collective, please. And I know I'm getting a random message right now about, I'm hearing octopus. So maybe you have a connection to octopus or the number 8. And you can also, it could be octopus is exploration too, somewhat. Can be. Now, why is this one upside down? What's this one? Pink, clairvoyance, foresight, and prophecy. And you have a monarch butterfly here. There's a blue butterfly. Wow, look at the colors here. They all have some form of like red in them. Purplish, even like purpley tint, but they have red. That's the one common color at the base of all of these, of plum, of pink, of burgundy. It would be red. For Libra. Now Libra, you have options. You do have options. And then we have cerulean here with relaxation, sleep, and surrender. I very much feel peacock vibes. It's like you can be proud of how far something has come, and maybe, just maybe, Libra, it's time for a little rest, possibly. Yeah, okay. Let me turn this a bit so you can see hopefully a little better. Now let's move into the tarot. And so what seeds has Libra planted that are now ready for harvest in October? Let's reflect on some past efforts and intentions. And the oracle cards just serve as sort of anchors throughout the reading, kind of reminding me. They give me, I get information clairvoyantly too out of the cards as we go. So they do connect still. So actually, I think I'm going to do, I pulled 4 because I want to do those 4 main questions, right? So what is Libra harvesting now based on past efforts and intentions? What has Libra harvested? What is coming through? Let's look at those past efforts first, please. Cards on the past efforts. What has Libra planted? I have my Halloween deck out. I'm going to use it just because it's our October reading, but I won't use it every day in October. But anyway. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I feel there's been a lot of love and care put into a certain something or someone. There's a lot of, my goodness, it's like you put everything you have into something. There has been some moving on. There's been completion here, right? Wrapping something up maybe that wasn't that fulfilling. I do feel too, you have treated something with the utmost respect. I'm hearing. It could be a relationship in some way. So past efforts and intentions. I feel that the intention here is about a dream coming true. Like the intention was to bring in this dream come true. To see yourself through a transition too. There's been particular obstacles. I am getting that too. There's been a lot of light, love, and color put into something. Project of some kind, or it could also be metaphorical, put all kinds of energy into something. You put a lot of hope there too. It really feels as though you've put, there's been a lot of hours, a lot of maybe even years. The Hierophant, you have the Hierophant coming in. This is commitment. You've really committed to something here. There is also, there could have also been a cycle that ended as far as an organization. Maybe you retired from something, or maybe you moved away from something that was a little more organized or structured. Because remember, this is reflecting on past efforts and intentions and even actions. And for whatever reason, I am getting this after this the 10 of Cups. I'm getting this kind of moving away. It's like stepping into this new energy. There could have been some sort of ego release, identity shift. I do feel that. What else, please? For Libra, October. Libra, October. There's a big focus on purple. So when we think of purple, you could think of your crown chakra, to some degree your third eye too. I mean, it depends on how you see purple, I guess. Yeah, because it's indigo then violet. So with the chakras, so really kind of connecting to the divine. I just heard clairaudiently loose leaf paper. So some of you, language, writing, you may have completed some sort of documents even. You may have put in some actual paperwork for something. It could have to do too with stability in some way. What else do you have for Libra? You have the 2 of Cups here. I feel like you had to really work through some sort of kind of almost like questioning your values in some way, and questioning maybe an important connection. It could even be questioning your own spiritual beliefs. but I feel you really had to feel your way through something. I think you had a lesson in like some sort of emotional lesson, really, it feels. Maybe you had to show someone how to respect you. Or, well, there's a spiritual lesson. Yep, I'm getting spiritual lesson. You could have been dealing too with something that was a little showy, or a showy energy or person, an influence of some kind. But I get you're putting you've put yourself in a position now where it's a new role. There's a new role. Again, it's almost like a new identity. It kind of feels like that. But it's so basically what I'm getting is a shifting in roles. Like you made some kind of change where you shifted roles in some way, showing the universe that you are ready for something, or there's something here too about being worthy of respect. And also, like I said, you could have formally committed to something. Okay, you actually made that switch, that change. The time felt right, maybe. I just saw 11:11 on the timer. It's as though, too, like I said, like it's like you followed your feelings, maybe, or your, how you felt about something. There's a complete shift here, it feels like. Some of you really have answered the call. Now, for what is ripening for you? What's ripening? So this is about unveiling current opportunities, okay? Emerging abundance, emerging abundance. So you have some choices, though. You do have some options and choices when it comes to what's coming in now. And I'm getting this thing about like use your wisdom. Okay, you're not necessarily starting over with something. You have the Ace of Wands. Wow, look at that. The ace of action, of inspiration, of creation, of fresh ideas, of desire, of passion. That's what you're bringing in right now. You're bringing in this whole new opportunity to grab hold of something and make it a reality. You're making something a reality. Now what? Let's find out. What is Libra bringing in? Current opportunities, please. You definitely have an opportunity coming in. I don't think a lot of you are even going to expect it. It kind of feels late, as though it does. It feels like it might be a little later than expected. So I do want you to know that. And you have devil energy here. Okay. Now, as far as opportunities, you could have some sort of well, there could be new abundance coming in. I can tell you that. There could be just sort of a having too much of something, you don't know what to do. So there could be excess. I'm going to tell you right now too, you always do what you want, right? Full disclaimer, read it. You have free will, final say, and all that. But as far as this energy being here right now, it is kind of like you're bringing in something that maybe isn't like the best in large amounts. Okay, so very interesting. I'm going to get clarifying on that. King of Swords, okay. There's kind of, I'm actually off this King of Swords. I actually kind of feel with that paired with that Devil card a little bit, there's like some deception here as far as which way to go. There's kind of this very controlling energy. It feels like you're actually maybe, you know what you're doing? There's this energy of controlling where your energy goes. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. You're bringing in the discipline over whatever this devil energy is. It's you're overcoming something that is toxic. The word's a little bit overused, but yeah, something that's toxic, something does not feel right. It's being cut out here. Yeah. There's also this sort of like, I get this energy of like kind of putting this energy in its place. And you could be, what I'm hearing clairaudiently is like recategorizing, or recalibrating. Okay. And you know that like compartmentalizing, there's something here about maybe a need to do that, or maybe that is what you're working on, but it's like getting things in order and having more control and more discipline. There's strategic thought. So you're bringing in a plan of action. Okay. A plan of action based on like overcoming whatever this devilish energy is. We all have it, right? So there's something here about you're restoring control over this dependency in some way. Maybe you're becoming more independent. Maybe you're recovering from something in some way. You're trimming out the excess, and it's so that you can bring in more opportunities. Something's got to go, right? It's like something's on its way out and something new is on its way in. What's awesome, Libra, is you have this 10 of Cups, which would be that completion, which then reduces down to a 1. 1, 0 is 1. And then you have another 1. So you have the Ace of Wands coming out. So you have a 1 after a completion. So a completed cycle turns into this new opportunity. So Libra, that's what you've done. You've left behind something that almost, I do get this energy too, that felt chaotic, that felt, I feel as though you felt like you were there like 1 too many years, or 10 too many, or 2 too many. It's like kind of having spent too much time somewhere, too much energy. Okay, but then you have this key, you found the key to something moving forward. It's the ability to free yourself from this energy. Now, so what October blockages or challenges need clearing for a more bountiful harvest? That was my other question I wanted an answer to. So we're going to identify areas for release and adjustment. Release and adjustment. There is definitely transition energy, and there's a depth. There's some sort of depth, maybe going deeper. Some of you may be needing to go deeper with something. That could be some sort of blockage or challenge, but let's see what else. We're going to pull more cards regarding everything. All right. Let's see what else we have for Libra. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords here. So I do get this energy of overthinking and worry. Okay. And that was right before I saw that it was the Queen of Swords. And now I really do feel like there's this sort of a little bit of a pessimistic attitude, maybe, with regard to your abilities, with regard to, yeah, honestly, it's like it feels like it's about your abilities, or it feels like feeling as though I don't have any control over this. But is that true? So this could be something, needing to really be honest with ourselves. So areas that need, let me get, let's get a card specific to this, please. Thank you. Clarity for us, please. So ignoring details. Okay, so there could be something being overlooked, and there could be something outdated, as well as, I just pulled from the top, giving up easily here. So we have needing to modernize ourselves. Okay. So keeping in tune with the modern era, staying ahead of the curve. You might feel, this is about reevaluating your goals. You might feel like you're too old for something, or you're too, you're not able to kind of get on that, there's like a learning curve when it comes to, say, technology or something. So that's an outdated belief, Libra. I'm going to tell you that is maybe what's coming in, is like sort of that can be a block. Or it can really be that, yes, you do need to kind of figure out a better way to be more efficient, because the Queen of Swords is usually a self-sufficient energy. So you could be feeling as though, that you're not really, there could be distractions. There could be, again, excess of something, too much time spent on something else, too many resources spent on this when you could be doing this. It's about needing to get organized. Also, we have appreciating the details. So ignoring little details can make a big difference. So use the small stuff to your advantage while everyone else ignores it. The small stuff, the hidden, the extra step, is what's going to separate you from the rest and get you ahead in the future. So really seeing all those little details. And the Queen of Swords, I love that you have this helping you overcome these, whatever these adjustments are, the challenges, because she's on the details, right? This is somebody who is, this is total honesty too. And she's very, very good at perceiving things honestly, accurately. There's a lot of clarity, right? So I think you might be seeing things clearly. There could also be another thing that may need some tweaking, or clearing out, really, before you can bring in this new harvest, which is your destiny, is awakening the warrior. So you may be giving up too easily. So if you quit before the miracle happens, you're never going to see the victory. So we need to actually also be trying something for a good amount of time. You know, success isn't going to happen overnight, especially if you want to become an entrepreneur. Like, it's just not. I'm sorry, I'm laughing, but it's like, I know firsthand, it's a long time sometimes before you start seeing any real progress, profit, whatever you want to call it. But it's worth it. It's worth it, especially if it's your passion, Libra, if it's your passion. All right, what else do we have? It's kind of too, I feel as though some of you are just not seeing the way forward, because that's what's falling under this clairvoyance, foresight, and prophecy. It's like you're just not seeing it. It's just not, the plan's not coming together, maybe. You know, you're not seeing that next step. So how can we get clear on that? What energies can help us with that? The King of Cups. Go with the heart. What feels right? Try a couple things. Try one thing at a time. Actually, try something, and just how do you feel? Do you feel funny when you're, looking for jobs on, in this area versus in the other area? What feels most natural to you? What are your natural gifts? What are your natural talents? Where do you feel most yourself? Where do you feel most balanced? Where do you feel whole? And some of you, that is the challenge or the blockage. It's like, you're not really, some of you aren't sure how you feel necessarily, right? You're not necessarily sure how you feel about something, or if it's really even worth pursuing, if it can be done. Well, again, getting in tune with those feelings, use that intuition of yours, no matter what has happened. I am getting a very randomly specific message. Welcome to the channel. No, someone may have doubted your psychic abilities in the past, and they were totally wrong. So you are really, you are gifted in that area. Okay. You know, if I'm talking to you, okay. You know, if I'm talking to you, if it's not your message, it's not your message. Fine. It's not everything's going to resonate in a 50-minute reading. Right. But I could tell you that somebody had their eye on you too. And it was with jealousy. It was like a jealous energy. So I do feel that. And I feel like somebody wanted to kind of shut that down. And that needs to be overcome. You need to overcome whatever that little thing in your head, or if you're feeling like something was distorted. There's an energy here of somebody playing games, distorting in some way. Okay. You're seeing right through that. You can see your way through this now. So it really is, with clairvoyance. It's so funny. You have the High Priestess and King of Cups underneath, and even the Queen of Swords underneath this card of prophecy, of foresight. And that's that challenge column, right? So it's like, I feel like you're doubting your own ability to see your way through something, to see your way through this transition. Give it your all, is what I'm hearing. See it through to the end. That's just like that card. Give up for giving up too easily. Awaken the inner warrior, right? Be that Queen of Wands. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands. Be fierce as far as your, going for what you love, what you're most passionate about. You will be rewarded. This is the Six of Cups here. This can be, yes, it can absolutely be a card of nostalgia. It can also be a gift of some kind. And I feel like for some of you, because it's connected to the High Priestess, your gift it really is your ability to foresee stuff, to maybe clairvoyantly see things. Maybe you have a good eye for something, for photography or for something. Your vision is a strength. But the problem, it can be, there's a variety of things that could be going on. It's going to be different for different people. But part of it is doubting it before you even have put really anything into place. It's like kind of like foreseeing failure. Why would you, when you're trying to manifest something, don't foresee the negative, right? You want to foresee this working, right? You want to be in that energy of what you want to bring in, what you want to attract, right? All right, let's see what else now. So now my next question, and I'm looking at the clock here and it's 111. That is manifestation. Okay. That's manifestation. So now how can you best nurture your destiny through October and beyond? So this is going to be some practical advice, actionable insights. Let's see what we have for Libra. I dropped a card and I'm going to actually put that back in. Whoops, because I want to see you. I want you to see it. So I'm getting patience and persistency, patience and hard work. Okay, I'm getting that because I just saw the Temperance card a little bit, and I think I might have seen an 8 of Pentacles in this deck. I think it's an 8 of Pumpkins. I love that. But yeah, let's see what I have. Okay, so yeah, okay, don't back down. That's that 7 of Wands. Again, I heard perseverance, persistence, whatever I said. Okay, so that's how you can best nurture your destiny through October and beyond, is back yourself up, like don't back down, right? Have that confidence, take a stand, do not compromise. Staying in control, keep your, watch your footing, like be careful of next steps. Yes, not so careful that you're oh, forget it, I'm not doing it, right? You want to face challenges when they arrive and have confidence that you will do that you'll be able to. Also, you have to protect your peace. There's a message here coming in. You need to protect your peace. You need rest if you're not getting it. Okay. I'm not a medical professional. Duh. Right. Sorry. I'm bringing it back like duh from the 90s. But anyway, you're not a machine, right? You're going to need rest. You're going to need relaxation. You need the moments of stillness too, because you need to give yourself that opportunity to tap in to receive your messages from the universe. Get ready to receive your messages from the universe. What else do we have, please? What else do we have? Cultivate your inner sanctuary, okay? So you could, simple rituals, practices, okay? So you could do autumn moon meditations, maybe, guided meditations, use Insight Timer or something. I don't know, use some sort of app, maybe even to do some sort of guided moon meditations. You could do journaling, right? For that can help with self-discovery. It's interesting what comes out with journaling, okay? And this is going to help you. Again, this is all about helping align you to your destiny throughout this month, okay? You could do affirmations for abundance. You could do, or for balance even, right? I'm thinking of like Libra / September, October energy, right? Balance, beauty, connecting with beauty in some way, allowing yourself to be creative, to explore, and embracing the change when it happens. Look at the changes as opportunities for growth, right? Challenges, opportunities for growth. So you want to embrace this transformative power, this harvest season energy, okay? If you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, become a member. I'm open for personal readings at www.schoolhouseintuitive.com. There's a variety. I've added a little bit since, since I first started, and I'm closing these down this month. Okay. So I'm just letting people know it's kind of like last call for a reading, because I'm not going to be doing readings past that time. Like, you can book now. September introductory rates are in effect. So I've added a few options to try to make it more budget friendly for a variety of people. But then I'm not sure when they'll be back. They won't be back in October. So there'll be no chance to book in October, but maybe in November. I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. So thanks to all of you. It's been fun reaching out or connecting with you. Those of you who have reached out. And happy birthday, Libras. Okay. So also what you have is oh my goodness, this is amazing. So this is another way to really connect, to really connect you to that that harvest. Okay, and what better card? So how are we best nurturing our harvest, our destiny, whatever you want to call it, right? You have the Empress. Hello, you have the Empress, and it came out with the Page of Swords. This is about being in the flow, expecting the unexpected in the best possible way. You can expect a harvest here. A lot of you are getting your rewards. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, you have this is but again, you have some work to do, right? And you have some practical action steps you can take. But there's also there may be a learning curve. Realize there may be an opportunity here to do some learning on something. Be curious though, be vigilant. Seek the truth. Make the adjustments as they come. And no, you do not have to do it all at once. Okay, the Empress knows that. The Empress, if something's not working too, she's gonna try something else. Mm-hmm. This is creativity. She's always creating, right? She's always cooking something up in her kitchen, or she's expecting, or she's planting new seeds. She's like, I picture her knitting and crocheting and things too. Like she's probably made all the clothes she's wearing. She's like awesome like that. So this is somebody who there is like no such thing as blocking her abundance. So be in that Empress energy. Like you are an Empress. You like expect the good things. Expect a harvest. Plan for a harvest. And make the adjustments so that you can guarantee that you have this harvest coming in. Because for some of you, better than anybody that you are destined for more than what's going on right now for you. There is more to life than this. And I feel a lot of you are in that energy. Like, there's more than this. And a lot of you're curious. I'm actually getting this energy of being very, like, talking about it but it's like, in addition to the talking, taking the steps, right? Planning. I love that you have the Ace of Wands, because that is absolutely an energy where it's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Do it. Get down to it. I don't know. All right. What do we have? I'm picking up on, it's a calico cat of some kind. I'm almost getting like a hello from beyond kind of energy here. So calico kitty. Oh, what a sweetheart she is. She's vocal too. There's vocal I'm getting, that's being connected to this energy of like vocal energy. All right. And then you have the Page of Wands and the Two of Swords. Stop it. Stop. We got to get out of that. We have to okay. The indecision. I know it's a difficult choice, right? And I'm not trying to be all like, but it's like, I think for some of you, there has been confusion. There's been anxiety. Some of you, there's been a lot of information. Maybe there's this hesitancy. All right. But sometimes it's like the waiting. Sometimes we're the ones making ourselves wait. So maybe there'll be an inspirational message coming in of some kind. Maybe this is it. Hey, you know what? Maybe this is it. Take this as the inspiration you need. Get excited. You have new opportunities coming in. You'll be getting the indication of growth. Picking up on like a Dachshund dog. Kind of, it's not just, I was getting a dog that starts with a D, Doodle something, or even Dotson, okay? Because that's reminding me, the hot dog dogs, they call them, but anyway, there's that, okay? And I'm also picking up on the name Helen, which may or may not be related to the dog, okay? Just, that's how the messages work. They're not necessarily related. piecing. I think the waiting, and I feel like you're going to be piecing something together, and you may feel like you're having to read between the lines with someone with their communication too. You're having to tease out details and sift through it. I mean, how much sifting do you want to do? Do you want to have to carry around your colander all the time? No, you don't have to be. It's like, you want to get to the good stuff, right? Get to the good stuff here. The Fool card, there it is. Ding, ding, ding. You've arrived. But here's the thing too, okay? So there's definitely a transition here. Have the optimism, have the faith, have that. Again, it's like a trust fall with the universe. That's the card. It was what I always say with this card. Yeah, you may have some inexperience. There's nothing foolish about having hope and having faith. And notice, let's tune in. Their sleeves are tattered. They're not new at something. You're not new at life. Are you new at life? No, you're not new at life. You've been doing life for a long time. If you're watching this channel, you've been here long enough, right? No, don't go anywhere. No, but no, but if you, it's like, I'm even picturing like, how many Halloweens have you had? Think about all the Halloweens you've had. You've been here a while, right? And so that doesn't mean that you're going to be some expert. No, we all are going. It's like everything is stages and cycles, right? And that's like, couldn't be a better time to illustrate that than the change of seasons, right? This is a nice transformative, transitional time for people, right? For the southern hemisphere, you're moving into spring, to warmer weather, to, again, you're going to be, maybe you're planting some seeds, having some harvest. For the northern hemisphere, obviously harvest time, right? Moving things maybe from being kind of out there to being more inward, reflective. People are kind of getting ready to nest, to hibernate. So it's like, wherever you are in the world, whatever stage you are in your life, it's all a phase, it's all a stage, it's all part of the process, right? Everything. That's the thing with the high priestess too, right? The high priestess sees all stages of the development, right? So some of you've been cooking something up for a while and it's just about ready to come out of the oven, right? And for others of you, no, it needs a little longer, and that's okay. You don't all have this. You're not all cooking the same thing, right? You're not going to leave a batch of brownies in the same amount of time you're going to leave a Thanksgiving turkey in, or whatever you celebrate, or turkey. You know what I mean? Everything takes, you're cooking up something different. It's going to take different ingredients, different skills, different, again, time, temperature. So don't compare yourself to other people. Please, please, please. If that's what's stopping you, it's like, throw that out the window, because it doesn't. Why would you be comparing yourself to really anybody else? I know why. I'm not trying to come down on you. Please don't ever. I'm hoping to motivate through through the readings in some way to inspire, not to make you feel down about it. So this is like, I'm telling you though, like, get excited. Like, this is like, you do have some new steps. You have a new direction you can take. You have this growth, this harvest. Like, celebrate your successes, even the small ones. Puts you in that vibration of gratitude, and it raises your vibration, right? And you're naturally going to attract things of a higher vibration if you're operating at a higher vibration. And yeah, you might attract some things that, yeah, you're going to want to get your colander out and drain that out, and just keep the good stuff, right? Keep the good pasta, get rid of that dirty water. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm using a lot of like cooking things, like analogies today. So maybe you can resonate with that. But really, it is kind of like, I feel like for some of you, you're like sorting through, this is, okay, I'll keep this, I'll stop that. Maybe you're actually doing spring cleaning, autumn cleaning, whatever it is you're doing, organizing, getting your space ready, getting things ready, sorting through. I feel like there's been a lot to sift through and sort through, and I think you're going to be feeling clarity. I really do. Like, get excited, get inspired, get ready, because as soon as, it's like, when you decide you're going to take that step forward, the universe will meet you. There's fresh hope here. There's optimism. There's absolutely a new beginning after closure of something else. Their sleeves are tattered. They're not actually new, right? And that's a little detail that might be overlooked often. Like I said, you might be new at this one thing, so take precautions. He's got his pumpkin helmet on. He's like, yeah, I know I'm not the best at this, whatever, not yet. Or maybe you are the best and you just haven't shown us yet. Show us. Show us what you're making. Show us what you have. Put your full self out there, maybe, right? When you feel ready. When you feel right, you have to be confident, right? And so maybe part of this is like getting yourself to a place where you're confident. But for some of you, it's like past regrets, past guilt. Oh my gosh, guilt is like the worst human condition, I swear. It is the worst. You've got to cut yourself loose from guilt. That's heavy. That's just going to weigh you down. So, and you got to get enough rest, and you have to believe in your ability, and love yourself enough to pursue what you do love. All right, let's see what else we have. I think that's that for that. Yes. Okay. What do we need to surrender to, please? Surrender. Ooh, a little bit of a jumper. This Halloween deck is the Halloween Wait by Tarot Collectibles. It's the Stars edition. Stars. All right. Okay, surrender to silence. As I said, so that you have right on this card here, it's like I said, you need to get in those stillness moments so that you can actually be ready for your messages. Okay. So in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Some of you need your beauty sleep. Just to recalibrate. That energy keeps coming in, recalibrating. Surrender to complete healing. Yep, there it is. Okay. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. And one more. Surrender to receiving support and love. Now that's a new one for some of you. You're not used to that. And that can be hard. I had to learn how to accept a compliment. If you don't come from a place where you get compliments, growing up or whatever, it's awkward. It's just awkward. I don't know how to, what? Thanks. And yeah, it really is. It's as simple as thank you. Get ready to be admired, because I feel too, when you're really coming from a place of authenticity, you're gonna be of such value. People are going to feel that. That's something that people are going to be seeking. I've been thinking this for a long time. I've been feeling it. With the way things are going, people are craving, needing, thirsting for that genuine connection. And just to be able to to be real. So maybe it's sharing a moment of stillness with someone. That's one reason pets are great, right? Our animal companions. So surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. That's very Queen of Swords. Okay, Libra. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. There it is. Now let's get an empath empowerment card. These decks are by Judith Orloff. So the Power of Surrender and then the Empath's Empowerment. But of course, everything's below. Also, there's that option too on the videos to hype the video. And basically, I think you're allowed to hype 3 videos a week or something. It can be all for the same creator, or it can just, spread it out, but it's supposed to help smaller channels get noticed more, I guess. I don't know. That's what that's what I watched a video on. Okay. I'm learning too. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, you can hype the video, and it's near the comments. If you swipe the comments over, it should be there. What do we have for Libra? Some of you have been hyping, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wow. All right, this one. Look at the stars. Visualize a shield of protection. Honor your sensitivities. And one more. Breathe. So breath, breath is sacred. To replenish yourself slowly, inhale wellness and clarity to a count of 6, and then exhale stress to a count of 6. Honor your sensitivities. They're a gift. Be proud of who you are. Put your hand over your heart and inwardly say, I embrace my loving heart. And visualize a shield of protection. So to protect yourself from toxic people, situations, imagine a shield of white light surrounding your body. This keeps negativity out and lets your positive energy in, or lets positive energy in. Think of it as like a filter. You can imagine it. It doesn't have to be a shield of light. It could be a shield of, fibrous material, that acts as a filter. It could be whatever you want it to be. Look at the stars. Does some of you need a new colander, a new strainer for pasta or whatever? Because I don't know why I keep getting that, and I just feel maybe you're shaking things out, you're sorting through things, you're keep this, get rid of that, get rid of the excess. So that could be it could be metaphorical, but it can also be that either, I don't know, your pasta's been coming up lately. So shout out to all my pasta peeps. Hello. But anyway, yeah, it could be maybe you need a new colander. I don't know. So. Okay, so we have look at the stars. Look up and remember you are but a tiny speck in a large, mysterious universe. Let the magic of the stars connect you to your own special magic. Hello, High Priestess. Connecting with your own inner priestess. All right, and now let's get I think we will use, I was going to use one deck and then I'm kind of being pushed in a different direction. So I think we'll go with the different direction. Here we go. Final messages for the Libra Collective, please. Courage, Leo. And you had the Strength card. Boost your courage so you can put yourself out there in a bigger way. Oh my goodness. Yes. Some of you, this is what it boils down to. Take it in. Oh my gosh. Remember at the very beginning of the reading, I was like, I feel Aries energy. Why do I feel Aries energy? Well, take the lead, Aries. Don't wait for others to light the way. It's time to step up and take the lead. Meow, meow, meow. And choose a path. There are many paths before you, but you may only choose one. Well, maybe you can only choose one step, right? You have this one step, but I mean, okay. So interestingly, okay, so they bring it right back to this, right? The two paths, right? Okay. All right. But I sometimes feel like you can go in a couple directions. Maybe you can't do them all well, though. So, okay, I'll say, all right, then. I get it. Okay. Fine. I stand corrected. I just want to say, though, I feel like you can be doing a couple things. You can be trying a couple things at once. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Okay. That's it. But maybe it's like, choose a path. Do you want like a fulfilling life? One that you're going to like really actually enjoy, or do you want to keep going on the path you're on? Maybe that's like that's kind of where I am. I kind of feel like, but there is this whole thing with life, it's not just all this, that. There's like that middle, right? So getting used to and being okay with that. But I feel lately what we've been getting, Libra, is we've been getting more of a no. This needs to be clear cut, because for some of us, that's what we need. Some of us don't do well with all the gray, right? It needs to be clear. This is my next step. Didn't work or did work. Great. Proceed from there. It can't be like all over the place, because then it's like, well, where are we really going? You know, like dot, 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 dot. Like if you're trying to map out a route to go somewhere, wouldn't it be better to have like one, like the plan? Yeah, I get what they're saying here. Okay. So there could be just too many options. That's why you have that choices, decisions, options card. Too many, too many. At some point, we have to make a choice. That's why when I saw the two of wands or swords, I'm like, oh, seriously. Oh, like, stop that. We've got to get out of that space. So, like, we can't constantly be preparing and analyzing and getting ready. At some point, we have to. What came right with it? The page of wands. Sometimes we need to just explore. Just get out there and explore. All right, what else? Dolphin spirit. Stop taking life so seriously. Splash some joy into your everyday life. Love that. And I think that's it for those. Angel numbers, please. Angel numbers. Cards really, maybe I'm better at shuffling. I don't know. Oh, no, definitely not. Okay. 1515. Sign of faith. Make necessary changes to achieve dreams. There's that word again, faith. Oh my goodness. It keeps coming up. What does it mean? I don't know. Hopefully you found some meaning to something here in 51 minutes. I hope this did resonate. And if it did, you know how to show support. Thank you. All right, animal cards, animal healing cards. It's really my favorite animal deck. I have so many animal decks, but I really just love this one the most, I think. All right. And it's Owl, card 37, Generator, third eye chakra. What are you seeing in your mind's eye? Whatever you can imagine, you can create. So use the power of your inner vision wisely. That could not be a better card for this reading. I want to remind you, you have D Savan, and you have, where is she? High Priest, and D Savan. Look at that. Even similar, you know, with the pink and the purpley, right? There we go. High Priestess and that card of prophecy. And I think that's it. Okay, so thank you all so much for being here. Wishing you the very best with your October harvest. And I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 10 a.m. on this channel. And sometimes little bonus videos in between. So thank you so much for being here. Happy birthday. Take care.